Hi, I'm Beatrice, and in this video I will be giving my feedback to the test results from Tom Rath's Strengthfinder 2.0. And what I'll do is I'll say the strength, and then I'll read a little bit about how it's described in the book, and then I'll tell you how I identify with it personally. And my 5 strengths were individualization, competition, futuristic, command, and achiever. And for individualization, it says, your individualization theme leads you to be intrigued by the unique qualities of each person. You are impatient with generalizations or types because you don't want to obscure what is special and distinct about each person. And as most of you know, I'm really involved with acting, and that plays a big part into who I am and why I do what I do and why I'm driven to do what I do. And I feel like with being connected to that, individualization really pinpoints how I view people and how I listen to people. Because I really do believe that each person is different, and we need to focus on what makes them different. There are different reasons why people do what they do. And like I said, I'm very observant of just the way people are, how people interact with each other. It's not to be creepy or anything, it's just who I am. I listen. I'm a good listener, and I'm very observant. And I feel like with acting, in order to truly become someone else, become another character who isn't yourself, you have to understand their motives and what they want. And you really just have to understand what makes them tick. And I feel like with normal people, I guess I do try to look at them that way if I'm trying to base a character off of them, but back to the theme, I really do believe that each person is unique, and we shouldn't make generalizations. The example they gave in the book is if you're buying a birthday gift for a friend, you're not going to get them the same gift that you got a different friend, because they both have different wants and different needs, and you should tailor getting them a certain gift based on that. And my second strength was competition. And it says, competition is rooted in comparison. When you look at the world, you're instinctively aware of other people's performance. Their performance is the ultimate yardstick. No matter how hard you tried, no matter how worthy your intentions, if you reached your goal but did not outperform your peers, the achievement feels hollow. Like all competitors, you need to I lost my spot. You need to compare. If you can compare, you can compete. And if you can compete, you can win. And when you win, there is no feeling quite like it. And like I said with individualization, I'm very aware of my surroundings. I'm very observant. And I do pay attention to other people around me. Especially in an audition. How can you not compare yourself to other people when you're all lined up, you're auditioning for the same job, even if you all look alike, there are still things different about each other, but you still want to compare yourself, be oh, am I as pretty as her? Am I as talented as her? And I feel like in this industry, it's almost impossible not to compare yourself to someone. And I feel like comparing also ties in somehow with confidence. And I believe there's also an assumption that competitive people are cocky. And that's not entirely true, because there's a difference between being competitive because you want something, because you believe you can do good at it, and being competitive because you think you're hot stuff and you deserve it more than anybody else. And like I said, I'm constantly comparing myself to other people, when it comes to auditioning for things. I've been like that ever since I was little. I don't think it's a bad thing, it's just who I am. And I feel especially with acting, it's impossible not to do that. My third strength was futuristic. As if it were projected on the wall, you see in detail what the future might hold, and this detailed picture keeps pulling you forward into tomorrow. When the present proves too frustrating and the people around you too pragmatic, you conjure up your visions of the future and they energize you. Okay, this is dead on too, because I am extremely goal-driven. I want to be on a TV series or be on Broadway. I just want to perform. And I am so driven by that. And part of why I work so hard, and I'm always practicing, I'm always in rehearsal, I'm always at voice lessons or ballet, or I'm always in a show, is because I want my hard work to pay off. And when I'm down or I don't get a part or something, or like I have personal issues, I really do rely on like my goals and looking into the future as a way to motivate me, almost, to be like, if I'm having a problem with somebody, be like, hey, screw you, at least I'm talented and I'm goal-driven, and this makes me want it even more so I can prove to you how awesome I am. Well, not necessarily that, but you get what I'm saying. I'm very goal-driven. And I feel like in this industry, you have to have hope, and you have to have something that keeps pushing you forward, because otherwise it's almost pointless, because there's so much rejection in acting. And I feel like just in general, unless you have goals and something to keep looking forward to, what's your purpose? My fourth strength is command. Unlike some people, you feel no discomfort with imposing your views on others. On the contrary, once your opinion is formed, you need to share it with others. Once your goal is set, you feel restless until you have aligned others with you. If you are not frightened by confrontation. Rather, you know that confrontation is the first step towards resolution. Whereas others may avoid facing up to life's unpleasantness, you feel compelled to present the facts or the truth, no matter how unpleasant it may be. That makes me sound really intense, and even though I agree with that, I am not that intense about imposing my own views on other people. Like I said, I'm very aware of my surroundings, and I only share my opinion if I believe a person can keep a secret, if I believe it's necessary to say something. Like in most classroom settings, I'm very observant, I'm very quiet. I only put in my 2 cents if I feel it's needed. And I specifically watch what I say because I don't want people's opinions of me to be different from what I want them to be. And I know that sounds like really manipulative and controlling and everything, but it doesn't mean I'm lying or hiding things. I'm just very particular about what I want people to know about me. And I'm not lying because I believe honesty really is the best policy. And if a good friend or family member doesn't tell you how it is, then who will? And there I go with, if I feel strongly enough about something, I'll say it. Like, I had a friend one time who everybody knew that he was being an idiot and wasn't doing the right thing. He needed to move on. And everybody was just watching him, like, dig himself into a hole. And I was thinking, okay, I'm being a good friend to him. I can't hold this in. I gotta tell him. I told him he was being an idiot and how everyone was viewing him. And he really appreciated it. And I know that it could have hurt him. It could have jeopardized our friendship. But some things people just need to hear. And you just need to be honest. Even if it might hurt their feelings. Because it could actually be good for them and help them. And deep down, I know what I truly want, and if I want it, I'll go after it. And I'd rather talk to someone face to face to resolve something or figure something out, because I am not a patient person. I cannot wait around and wait and just kind of let things go with the flow. No, I want to know now. Like, I want to figure it out as soon as possible. That's just who I am. And my last strength, number 5, is achiever. Your achiever theme helps explain your drive. Okay. Achiever describes a constant need for achievement. You feel as if every day starts at 0. By the end of the day, you must achieve something tangible in order to feel good about yourself. And by every day, you mean every single day. Work days, weekdays, vacations. No matter how much you may feel you deserve rest, if the day passes without some form of achievement, no matter how small, you will feel dissatisfied. I feel like that should have been like number 1 or number 2 for me. Because I am constantly training. I'm always taking voice lessons, always in a show. And like the past month, I've been auditioning for colleges. So I'm constantly on top of my game, like constantly performing. And I've actually, this kind of is off topic, but I've actually talked to my parents about if I go to school in Los Angeles for acting, I don't know how much I'm going to want to come home. Because every time I'm gone is a missed opportunity. And I'm so driven to be successful. I want to achieve as much as possible. So I feel like that explains a lot. And I can sit around and be lazy, but not for long. I always feel like something needs to be done. Like, I know I don't have ADD, but I feel like I always need to be doing something. If not, I just feel like lazy and I have no purpose, and it's just not good. And I'm that person who, like, even when I have time to rest, I know I need to rest, I'm still looking for upcoming auditions. I'm still trying to train. Even when I'm sick, like, I still push myself because I don't want to feel unaccomplished. And that was my last strength. So I think that's it. Thanks for listening. Bye.